Hello, and today we're looking at the Ortega concert size Elite Series electroacoustic ukulele. Not easy to say at this time of the morning, but this is, as they refer to, their Elite Series, so it's a high-end concert ukulele. Price-wise, I think that although it's high-end, it's not massively expensive. Like you got to get a mortgage out, but it is quite expensive. But I think it's about 350, 359, something like that. Whatever. Have a look on the internet, you'll find it. But it's very well finished off, as you'd expect being an Elite Series, and very well made, again, as you'd expect being an Elite Series. It comes with a gig bag. The gig bag is very good. It's a very, very sturdy gig bag. You've got bag at the front, top and bottom, to put all your bits and pieces in. It's got sort of reinforced plastic stuff at the bottom here, obviously when you're standing up. Obviously the handle there and the handle at the back and the straps, etc, etc. And the inside is very tailored for the ukulele, so it's very snug fitting and also very secure. A good thing to come with an ukulele. And basically the other thing that you'll notice on this, as I'm showing it to you, is the inlay all the way along the neck. Very nice inlay, very well finished off, no gaps or anything whatsoever. It looks and feels great. Don't worry, there are dots to let you know where you are on the top of the fingerboard or fretboard, which is obviously what you need when you're playing, especially live. And comes with a single strap button at the base on the butt of the guitar, and that's where you plug it in. I'll be plugging it in a little bit later, just to get you an idea of how it responds. The little socket next to it is a C-type rechargeable socket, and that is for charging the active circuit that's inside. You do have underneath there in the sound hole, it's sort of hidden, but basically that's where the volume and tone control are. I've set these at 0, pretty much, well, middle, not 0, so that you'll get an idea of what it sounds like without any coloration whatsoever. Very, very well finished off with a deep lacquer finish. You have a solid acacia top to this, mahogany binding, and obviously a little bit of decoration, not over the top, but considering you've got that on the fretboard, there you go. And then you have the Ortega logo at the top as well, and you'll notice it's friction based machine heads. They're the Graphtec ones. They're really good, they're really smooth, and they work exceptionally well. The saddle and the nut are, from what I can see, just basic sort of composite materials, so they're not going to be bone. The sustainability aspect of this instrument is great, obviously with the rechargeable electrics inside means that you obviously are not changing the throwaway batteries. And then you can see at the back there the sort of center binding and the finish with that sort of more flame quilted finish. Very nice, absolutely, as you'd expect. It also has a cutaway here. It's not a cutaway as in like a guitar cutaway. It is sort of recessed in, so it again looks really nice, but doesn't lose any of the aesthetic, but does allow you to get access to those higher frets, of which you have 18 in total. The actual width of this is 36 mil. To be honest with you, it's actually very comfortable to play, and I normally play sort of tenor ukuleles. The neck is a little bit thicker than some other ukuleles, but then again, to be perfectly honest with you, not a bad thing. So overall, a very nice looking and a very well made instrument. Now let's get to the sound and various things like the intonation. So first of all, just playing unplugged in, obviously. Sounds very, very much like a concert ukulele. If anything, it's probably not got as much sustain or depth, I would say, as some concert ukuleles, but then it is an electro, so it is sort of designed to be plugged in, and we'll see that in a minute. The tone comes from a little bit of a arched back, and it tapers a little bit more towards the butt of the neck here, and again with the cutaway there to make it more comfortable to play, which gives you a little bit more depth than you normally would on other ukuleles. Intonation is spot on. Again, Elite Series ukulele, you would expect that. Intonation, obviously, as I always say, is very important on ukuleles. If you get a poor one, it'll always sound out of tune. And the action is set at a very reasonable sort of level, really, to be honest with you. Very comfortable to play, no adjustments needed whatsoever. Okay, let's have a little bit of a play so you can hear it acoustically, and I'll play similar or same stuff with it plugged in so you can get a sense of the difference between the two. I'll be playing it lightly. I'm not going to be playing it heavy or hard, just because, again, electroacoustic instruments, genuinely, you should rely on the volume control and the amplification a lot of the time. But anyway. So that's, playing more up this end of the neck. Now playing similar sort of finger style higher up the neck to check out the intonation. Very nice. Now let's just have a go at that by plugging it in, and as I say, it is being plugged into a flat amplifier, no EQ. So let's have a listen. Obviously louder, as you'd expect. Let's have a go and see just the sound difference. Very nice. Obviously a lot more sustained, a lot louder, but actually playing very lightly. It's very responsive. The pickup system is called the Mags Fly electronics pickup that's in there, but very responsive, works really well. Try a little bit higher up the neck. Nice. And again, just with a little bit of very responsive and very comfortable to play, very nice to play, very well finished off, well built, and as I say, the intonation's spot on. Not the cheapest ukulele, but it is an Elite Series ukulele at a reasonably affordable price to a certain extent, but one that, once you bought it, you probably won't need to buy another ukulele again in that sense, so it should last you a lifetime. But overall, nice ukulele, And the bag as well with the rechargeable preamp sort of pushes it into that sort of area where I quite like that. I like the fact that you get that protective bag, but also the the sustainability aspect of just having a rechargeable instrument for the electronics just makes so much more sense this day and age. But yeah, nice ukulele.